everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we will learn about casting types of data in Python. Before we start, please like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's get started. Casting types of data is basically changing a type of variable into another type of variable. For example, a equals to 3, okay? And then print a. If you want to change a into a here is basically an integer, okay? If you want to change it into a float, you can just print and then float a, like that. Let's run. See, this is the a integer and this is the a float, okay? Casting types of data is basically like that, okay? So first, we're going to learn how to change an integer into another type of variable, okay? So first, I'm just gonna delete this code. Okay, and then print integer. Okay, oh, hold up, I forgot the double quote mark. There we go. And then make a new variable, data. Data equals an integer, which is, I'm going to choose 4, okay? And then, okay, first of all, this is data int, okay? That data integer. Print data equals to data int, and then type equals to type data int. Okay, let's try running it. Okay, it works. I'm just gonna give a little comma here. Okay, so basically data integer is 4 and the class is integer, okay, as we know. Now we want to change this integer into float, string, and boolean, okay? Let's get started. Data float equals to, so if you want to change one variable into another type of variable, you can use the name of the type of variable, like for float data int. That means it will turn data integer into a float, okay? And then I'm just gonna copy this code, or maybe do it later. And then for data string, it will string, just write str and then data int. So this will turn data integer into a string, okay? For boolean, data bool equals to bool data int, okay, like that. And then copy this code, Control V, print data float. I'm gonna change this into float. Enter. Control V again. Change this into data string. Okay, and then Control V again. Data bool. The type is data bool. Okay, we're going to try running it. Run module. See, as you can see here, data over here is an integer. Data in here is 4.0, okay, which is a float. As you can see, the class is a float, and then this 4 over here is not an integer, it's not a number, but it's a text, okay, it's a string. See, it's a string, and boolean is true. Why is it true? Because the integer is a number. So as long as the integer is not 0, that means the boolean will be true. Okay, what if you change the data integer into 0? Okay, let's try running it. See, it became false. The data boolean turned into false because if you turn an integer which is 0 into a boolean, that means it will change it into, the boolean will become false. Okay, I'm just gonna change things back to normal. Okay, on to the next step. So next we're going to learn how to turn a float into another type of variable. Okay, so copy this data, Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Okay, change this into float. Okay, data float equals to 2.0. okay, 2.0, and then print data float, type of data float. Change this into integer. Okay, data int, and data float. Okay, so basically to change a variable into an integer, just add int. Okay, this will turn 2.0 into 2. Okay, and then string float, also float, like that. Change this into a string, data int, and this into int, because we're going to transfer data float. Okay, let's run. Okay, so the float is 2.0 and the type is float. Okay, so when 2.0 gets turned into a integer, it will lose its decimal point, which turns it into 2. Okay, data here 2.0 is basically a text, not a number. Once again, a string, when a string is a number, it's a text. Okay, not an integer. And the boolean is true. Why? Because the float is not 0. Okay, it's 2.0, which is 2, not 0. Okay, that's why it's true. If it's 0, then it will be false. Okay, so next we're going to learn how to change string into another type of variable. Let's go. So to turn a string into another type of variable, first let's copy this code. Okay, Ctrl C and then Ctrl V. Change this into string. Okay, string, data string. Okay, for string it must be a text. Okay, so if you want to write a text, don't forget double quote mark. It's gonna be 9, and then data is data string. Okay, string. Okay, turn this into data string. This into float. Float data string. Okay, change everything into data string. Okay, and then change data string into float again. Just do this all over and over. Okay, let's run it. Run. Okay, over here we can see that this is the string and the 9 is a text. This is an integer. This time the 9 is a number, which is integer. And here the 9 turned into a float. That's why it has a decimal point. And then the string is true. Why? Because basically the string is a number that is not 0. That's why it's true. But if the text number is 0, it will turn into false. Oh yeah, by the way, if you want to turn a string into an integer, the string must be a number, okay? If it's a text, it won't work. It will be error, okay? Like that. So next we're going to turn a boolean into another type of variable. So this is a little bit hard. Okay, copy the code, change this into boolean. Okay, boolean. Okay, and then data boolean, data bool is true. We're going to try true first. Okay, so data boolean bool, change this into float. Okay, and then float data boolean. Oh yeah, change this into data boolean. Bool. Okay, and then change this into float, change this into float, like that. Okay, let's try running it and see what happens. Okay, so basically the boolean is true. Okay, this is an integer. When the boolean is true and you turn it into an integer, the integer will be 1, and the string is a true. The true is a text, okay, not the boolean. And this is the float. For float and integer, if the boolean is true and you turn it into one of them, it will turn into number 1. If it's integer, it will turn into 1. If it's float, it will turn into 1.0. Okay, but what if you change the boolean into false? Okay, let's try run. Okay, if you turn the boolean into false, the data will turn into 0. The integer will turn into 0 because if it's false, it's 0. If it's true, it will turn into 1. Okay, the string here is a false, is a text, and the data float is 0 because it's false. Okay, if you want to turn a boolean into an integer or a float, if it's false, if the boolean is false, integer or the float will turn into 0. Okay, like that. So guys, that is all for this video. So on this video, we'll learn how to cast types of data in Python. We learn how to turn integer into other types of variable. We learn how to turn float into other types of variable. We learn how to turn strings into another type of variable, and we learn how to turn boolean into another type of variable. That is for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching and see you on my next lesson. Okay, bye.